It was hectic because it all happened very fast from the time my former wife called me and said we need to go to the hospital, and I raced in my work truck back to get my car to go get her and go to the hospital. And we weren't there very long, and that's when it got intense because his heart rate was dropping off to nothing. So everybody started moving really fast, shouting this and that, like giving directions. All these people were amazing. And I was like trying to stay calm, and I appeared calm to her. I was, trying to reassure her like everything's fine and they know what they're doing. But inside, I was freaking out. And they're like, "Okay, we're gonna move." And so like they took her to prep for emergency C-section. Like these nurses took me, and they literally changed me. They got me out of my clothes and into scrubs. Like I didn't do it myself. And these memories are kind of like snapshots, like little bits, because there was so much going on. It's not like a clear stream of a memory. It's like bits. But I was like, I remember standing there and saying, how the hell did I get in these things? And I remember they literally took my shoes off and my pants off and everything else and put the stuff on me. And then next thing you know, I was in there. And I was sitting next to the operating table holding her hand, and the partition was up over her rib area so that she couldn't see what was happening because she couldn't feel it. They gave her epidural. She was completely numb. But I could see it. I could see both sides. I could see what was going on one side of the partition, and then I would have to look at her and be like, yeah, no big deal. But then I look back over her and be like, oh my God, like what are you doing? Like, are you supposed to be taking that stuff out of her body? Because that's what was happening. They move organs and other things out of the way and put them outside of the body. And there's this woman doctor in there, and she's up to her freaking elbows inside of another human. It's just crazy to see 2 feet from your face while you're trying to tell the person that this is happening to not to worry, that everything's cool. And then she pulled Cody out and took the cord off of his neck and cut that. And just, a nurse came and took him and put him on Jamie's chest for literally 1 second, and then he had to go off into NICU because he was blue. So I went in there to hang out while they put her organs back inside her body and stitched everything back together and all that, and waited for him to pink up, as they call it. And he had a collapsed lung and a pinhole in his heart from the struggle of it all. But as long babies have like the best cells on earth, they're like the quickest healing. Their stuff is amazing. So his lung inflated, his heart was fine, and it's all good. But scary getting there. I'm always calm in those things, like emergency situations. I'm like the one who's like doesn't react, doesn't freak out. In this case, there was nothing for me to do, but like it's only afterwards where I reflect, I'm like, holy shit, that was intense. You know, I didn't have that thought while it was happening. I was like, looking at it, I was like, that is freaky. I was like, and I remember thinking like, oh my God, like you can't believe your eyes, like that's really happening. But outwardly, you wouldn't have known it. Nurses couldn't believe it. They all said that afterwards, when I went to find them to thank them for how amazing they were when this happened, and they were all saying, I can't believe how you handled everything, you know. And I was like, to be honest with you, it's a little blurry to me. Like, I don't know either, but so it's not necessarily the happiest memory. I was very happy when he was all right, you know, and then that happened, and they put her back together. It was a happy moment when he could come out of intensive care and go to his mother.